I wonder what you bring to the FBI. What's different here because you're the director?
One of the things that I've tried to bring to the equation, to the job as FBI director, is a focus on process and rigor and professionalism and objectivity. But another has been a focus on innovation. I've really focused in on the fact that the world is changing, the pace of changing, technologically certainly, but also in other ways, at a faster rate than we've ever experienced. And so if the FBI is going to remain, which I firmly believe it is, the world's premier law enforcement organization, even 10, 20 years from now, we need to make sure we're thinking ahead. So coming up with innovative ways to deal with some of those changes. So we have, for example, created an innovation lab where we have work by our folks with private sector folks to try to figure out how to better anticipate some of the technological developments that are coming upon us and how we can take advantage of those technologies. We have a massive development down at Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, where we are side by side with the military, NASA, and others to try to take advantage of the space that we have down there to develop cyber ranges for our folks to work on cyber attacks.
Like a gun range, only this using computers.
Very much like that, to try to be ahead of the game. We have some of the less glamorous ways that we focus on it are the big data problem. Most Americans have heard of the so-called big data problem. Well, the FBI has a big data problem just like a lot of other organizations.
Too much information.
We have mounds and mounds of data. I think about the Russians' solar winds attack, which got a lot of attention, maybe 18 months or so ago. One field office, one FBI field office in that one cyber investigation developed and accessed more data, 17 times more data than the entire Library of Congress. One field office, one investigation. And so we need to get through data like that as quickly as possible. And so trying to come up with new technologies that can help us crunch the data, analyze the data, figure out what matters, separate the wheat from the chaff, as it were, is a huge part of our technological challenge. But we're also doing things with drones, with voice recognition, facial recognition, a whole body of forensics.
You just mentioned all these technologies. Can you stay on the right side of privacy?
We take very seriously our need to stay on the right side of privacy, and to me that means making sure that we are fully compliant with the Constitution and the law. And we take that all the way up to the level of our mission statement, which is to protect the American people and uphold the Constitution. And we are just as committed to both parts of that mission.